Hey YouTube, welcome back to possibly the fastest trial by fire of all time. I've had this for like 48 hours and I've played it for like solid 6 or 7, 8 of those hours. I had like a 4-hour rehearsal, and then I played duets with a friend for another 3 hours, and then I played trios with friends for another like 3 or 4 hours, all in the last couple days. Usually I get a new horn, I play it, and I'm like, this is super cool, and then I have to go play other stuff for like a week. Not this time. This is exactly what I needed at exactly the right time. And just first impressions, because this is just trial by fire, not the full review yet. But gosh, it's pretty darn good, gotta say. 2 or 3 factors of that, of course, are that I'm way, way, way better at trombone than the last time that I had a large tenor. And I got like the perfect match mouthpiece for this somehow. This Grey Black 3.5 GS. Rim is just a tiny bit small for my face. Totally usable, just a little bit small. But the cup, the GS cup rather than the full G cup, is like completely perfect for this. I get a nice color to the sound. All the ranges work. The low range is not cut off. The high range is perfectly clear. Just a perfect match. I'm really kind of weirded out about how perfect it is for this instrument in particular. But anyway, it's great. I have to play a bunch of like really high, loud, sustained stuff in this this thing that I'm doing. I'm playing principal trombone, and in the past, there's no way I could have done any of that stuff. Again, a lot of that's because I'm way better, but this instrument is like made for it. Guess what? An instrument designed by a principal trombonist of a major orchestra works on principal trombone. Who would have known? But it's not like super hard to play or quirky or anything. Intonation is very easy on it. There's no weird quirks about it. I've been borrowing this Bach A47 for a while, the straight one. I think I talked about that in the last video about this, and it's got some weird intonation quirks that I just like. I can work my way around a little bit, but this one I just don't have to. It just feels like a trombone. G is exactly where I want it to be, high G. The 6 partial F, E, E flat, just kind of the normal little bit out on the slide, like nothing weird about it. The bell's in a normal spot. It's not too close, it's not too far away. I get plenty of feedback, even with the screw bell, which I think is kind of weird. I can hear exactly what I'm doing pretty much all the time. The slide, totally usable. The valve, after I cleaned it and oiled it, is not perfect, but is absolutely usable. And actually, today it feels even better than it did yesterday. I have plenty of room to tune F. It's not too long in first position. Great. I even have some wiggle room on the main tuning slide. What a great horn. I'm just kind of blown away. I had no expectations for this at all. I thought it would be fine, but I never see people playing these. No one really talks about them. Some people are like, oh, I think they're good, but you know, I don't see any like pros playing these anymore. I literally just wanted it because it's got a screw bell from the factory. And that is really handy as well because it's got this tiny little case, and packing that, stand, trombone stand, all my stuff in my trunk of my Miata is even easier than usual. So very, very good first impressions. I also did not only play first trombone for the last couple days. I played lower parts in duets and trios and had no problem filling out that as well with Bach 42s playing upper parts next to me. In the past with my 88H, for instance, sometimes I would feel a little thin, a little small with larger instruments playing the upper parts next to me. This, I'm not going to say it sounds as large or as wide as a 42. It doesn't. But it didn't feel like I was just like at a disadvantage like I have been in the past. So, very good first impressions. I'll have a full review later, and of course, it will eventually get stacked up against my Bach 42 collection that is coming soon with 3 different bells, 3 different valve sections, and 3 different slides. So we'll have to see how the poor stock Holton fares against the super custom 42s. something's going to get sold because I don't need 4 large tenors. And I'm actually not sure if it's going to be this. Who knows? I sell everything in the end, don't I? So I can't really say that. Anyway, that's all I got. Bye-bye.